up there. I grew up going to, then I started racing at it. The fans have supported that racetrack for years. And yeah, it's always exciting to go back to Skagit.
Driving through evergreens, and here comes on the left side is Skagit, cut into a bunch of trees and a forest, and one of the highest paying races of the year.
3 and 4 for the final time. Abreu is going to cash in at the high limit room. It's a $102,626 payday.
Kevin Rudin, you can't say enough about this guy, bringing the life back to sprint car racing at Skagit Speedway, and I can see it in all your eyes, and it makes it a pleasure to put on a show in front of all you when we're out there on the track racing our asses off.
Tonight, Kubota High Limit Racing puts a bow tie on the 2025 West Coast Swing with not only the highest paying race in the history of Washington State, the highest paying race in the history of High Limit Racing, but the highest paying short track race this side of the Rocky Mountains. We're here at the Skagit Speedway in Alger, Washington, ready to go at it for race number 35 of the 2025 season. My name is Chase Rodman. This is Caleb Hart. Caleb, we are ready to get after it here tonight. It's been all Rico Abreu all the time here this weekend, but we'll see if anybody can shut him down for a big payday tonight.
The eyes of the sprint car world are on Skagit Speedway tonight for all of the reasons you just said. Big money on the line with $126,000, and there is a leader in the clubhouse coming into tonight. Night 1 and night 2 of the Skagit Nationals have been the Rico Abreu show. Tonight, the leader, the favorite, and a whole bunch of guys looking to knock him off the top of that podium.
If he can win tonight, that would be a $156,000 haul over the last 3 nights here at Skagit Speedway. But there are 36 other drivers here this evening that are hoping that they can stand on top of the podium down there in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. Here is the weather forecast for tonight. As you can tell from our drone shot, it is just another beautiful and gorgeous day. 68 degrees right now, 7-mile-per-hour winds and clear skies. And it's a little bit similar to yesterday, Caleb. Maybe a little less cooler, but the sun's been out for most of the day.
The wind's also been blowing just a little bit harder over the course of the day. We did a fan fest out here at Skagit Speedway from 2 to 4, and yeah, we needed the windscreens on the microphones more than a couple of times. So similar weather conditions, but a third night of racing on this track, and last night it got really, really racy. I think the weather is going to help us out and get it even better for tonight's show.
Well, let's show you what you're going to be seeing on FloRacing here tonight. Of course, no qualifying tonight. We've only got hot laps for the 37 drivers in attendance. 4 qualifiers, which is basically a heat race, 8 laps in distance in those qualifiers. We'll have the redraw wheel make its first appearance of the weekend here at Skagit Speedway. We'll have a 7-lap dash, a B main for 20 laps in that B main, and of course the A main paying $126,000 to win is going to be 40 laps, adding 10 more on to what we've seen over the last 2 days. A lot of action to get to. Those qualifiers are going to be super important to the guys that are not locked into the top 4.
Qualifier finish will line up the A main event. The 4 qualifier winners are going to go into drawing for dash positions between 5 through 8. Positions 2, 3, and 4 will qualify directly into the A main event. And if tonight is like the other nights of the week that we have seen, B main events are not your excuse to go to the fridge and grab some sorbet from the frozen farmer. They have been loaded B features with tons of action. So you're going to want to stick close to the couch and close to the TV screen, because that 20-lapper is going to be a bloodthirsty shootout.
It certainly is for 20 laps around the racetrack, helping those guys starting towards the tail have a chance to get up there into those transfer positions. Here are the track facts of the Skagit Speedway. It's been around for a long time.
1954. We weren't even a twinkle in our daddy's eye back then, Chase, as this track has put together 7 decades and change worth of racing. Tonight, for $126,000, the richest payday in Skagit Speedway history. We're not going to get any qualifying tonight, so David Gravel's track record will last at least one more week here at Skagit Speedway. But yeah, big money, and we've already given out over $1 million in purse this year here at Skagit Speedway. Tonight, that number ratchets way up, because it's also $3,000 to start the main event.
Yeah, fantastic money. You mentioned David Gravel's track record will be sticking around for a little bit longer. What didn't stick around longer was the points lead last night for the Ridge & Sons Racing 87. After a 15th place finish in the main event last night for Justin Sanders and a 13th place finish for Brad Sweet, he now takes the points lead back with 3 ahead of the 87. And look who is in third now. He entered the weekend 75 5 points behind, but now Rico Aber with 2 wins is just 7 out of the lead.
That is a tight points battle up on top of this. A 3-car tango for that top spot with Clausen Marshall Racing and Brett Marks Racing not way behind, with still double-digit races left on the Kubota High Limit Racing schedule. And again, tonight's main event is a full points A main, so not just big money, but these drivers are still going for season championship points, and a lot can happen over 40 laps with this talented field.
Yeah, the top 5 all separated by less than 90 points heading into tonight. Rod Gross Motorsports, you see Rudine as well back there, Tom Book, the Jason Myers car, and Chase Randall Racing completing the top 10 in the current point standings with Kubota High Limit Racing. We just saw cars on the track for a little wheel pack and engine heat as well, and a guy that was up close and personal during that wheel pack and engine heat session was Tony Laporta. Tony, where are you hanging out at tonight?
I am down here at the end of the back straightaway on the entry to turn number 3. If you've ever stood right there at the track entrance and you've watched these race cars fly down in through turns 3 and 4, you get a true idea for how fast and how impressive this facility at the Skagit Speedway really is. You know who knows a lot about the Skagit Speedway? Jason Solwald. He tells me he lives less than 3 miles from the racetrack's front gate. I got a chance to catch up with him in the pit area a little while ago. He comes into tonight 6th in event points. He's trying to race his way into the A main event.
The locals versus the high rollers. Jason Solwald maybe represents the locals' ability and their fierceness when it comes to competition here at Skagit better than anybody else. You've spent years on the Outlaw Tour. You're back home, what, 2.3 miles you live from here? So this really is your home track. What do you have to do tonight to race your way into the feature?
Well, the biggest thing is the heat race. It's more like a qualifying session since they're so fast and wide open. Just basically get through the heat. I think we're 6th in points, maybe.
I think so.
If we would have just managed the first night, we'd be in a lot better position today. But
if he wins his qualifier, I think that's technically what we're calling them. You lock into the dash, you're in the top 8, you know, going into the feature. You've seen this track change, all kinds of weather, all kinds of season. What are you expecting for track conditions and raceability tonight?
I think we'll just, we won't have a qualifying session on it, so that's going to limit a little bit of it. But after racing on it for 3 days, you know, we don't have any sunshine today, so cloud cover is key here in Washington. It just kind of keeps it moist a little bit, so hopefully it'll be fast, and hopefully we can keep the dust down a little bit.
And I talked about this last night with Robbie Price, like I just mentioned in the opener with you. You've spent multiple years on the Outlaw Tour. You are a local because you live here. You are literally a local, but you have that national touring experience. Just how tough is this contingent of Northwest Skagit racers? Because to me, and Chase Rodman says it all the time, one of the most underrated group of racers in the country.
It's tough. Like, I follow Trey around a lot, and there's, you know, Robbie. We got a good group of guys that there's not a whole lot of racetracks we can go to, so we're kind of limited. And you know, we get 18, 24 10s usually, and that many 360s, if not more. And I think it's just a unique place, and you know, like I say, we don't have any place to race anymore hardly, so we just all congregated to here.
Well, Jason Solwald, he knows how to be very fast here locally. He knows how to be fast anywhere around the country against anybody he goes up against. He's trying to race his way in to compete for $126,000 later tonight.
Just under 10 years ago, Jason Solwald was a regular on the national tour with the World of Outlaws, and he's truly shown his speed and ability to capture checkered flags from coast to coast, literally winning out on the East Coast at Pennsylvania's Williams Grove. He's won here at Skagit to the surprise of no one, down in Chico, California at the Silver Dollar Speedway, and he's even won in the middle of the country at Beaver Dam, I believe it was, in Wisconsin. Mike Hess, he's a big Wisconsin fan as he rides right behind us here on the quad. He came into the night 6th in event points, less than 20 points out from locking in to the top 4 and securing him and his team's spot in the dash later on tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up with that dash, as well as a surprise hot seat question asker. That, and oh yeah, who's going to leave here with the richest paying victory in Kubota High Limit Racing Series history? All of that and more to come here live on FloRacing. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's the final night of the Skagit Nationals here in Washington.
session of the night has rolled onto the speedway. These are the drivers representing qualifier number 1 here tonight. So the 9 drivers out there on the track will be in qualifier number 1. First driver rolling down the backstretch now from Yuba City, California. He drives the Lippert Construction, Danny Ewert Sales, Cloud Valve Company, Vinyl Tech, ADS number 21L. That's Landon Brooks. Landon Brooks in the 21L.
Following him on the raceway, coming to us at Roseburg, Oregon, the Tom White Trucking, Robustelli Construction, Hard Rock Tops, Nutter Performance 27 of Camden, Robustelli.
And rolling down the backstretch now from Burlington, Washington, in the Cascade Pizza, Stedman Powder Coating, John Piazza Construction, DK Systems, number 95, Justin Youngquist. Justin Youngquist in the 95.
Out of Jacksonville, Oregon, driving the Shane DeWalt Trucking, Legacy Builder Supply, Oroville Tax, Sisters Meat and Smokehouse, number 18T. Welcome Tanner Holmes. It's Holmes, the 18T.
And pacing at slow speeds right behind him from Visalia, California, the Redline Welding and Construction, Smith Titanium, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products, number 45, Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason in car number 45.
Coming out of the 4th corner from Kenai, Alaska, the Highline Aviation, Alaska West Air, Champs Equipment Rental, Dalton Refrigeration, number 1M, Alaska Mike Brown, the 1M.
And the 2013 World of Outlaws champions also on the racetrack from Owasso, Oklahoma, the Burco Redwood, Trex Decking, Weyerhaeuser, Two Worlds Equestrian, Saner Engineering, number 14, it's Darren Pittman. Darren Pittman in the 14.
Up to speed out of Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Creek Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants, number 5 of Brenham Crouch. Crouch, the 5 car.
Lap times, clicking across our screen. Fastest so far, is Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason at a 12:7:68. He is now surpassed by Justin Youngquist. Youngquist at a 12:334. Remember, he was fast in hot laps yesterday as well. Eliason a 12:412. Now Crouch goes to second at a 12:384. Eliason now to the top of the board, a 12:188. And with no qualifying, Caleb, you have to think maybe a few more extra hot laps tonight to help work that racetrack in.
Wouldn't be surprised. You're also going to lose those 2 laps of qualifying, which is data for how you're going to have your car set up for the heat race, or the qualifiers here tonight, as we're calling them. Corey Eliason and a lot of these drivers, they know if they're not in the front row, they're going to have to be on the hammer and be right off the bat.
Well, luckily for Eliason, he will be one of the cars that's on the front row of that first qualifier, as that will end the first Dirt Draft hot lap session of the night. Landon Brooks, the fastest driver at 12.101 seconds. Corey Eliason on your screen second quick at 12.156. Then Justin Youngquist in third at a 12.208. Tanner Holmes fourth, 12.277. And Brenham Crouch in fifth at a 12.325. Mike Brown and Camden Robustelli complete the 7 cars that were out there on the track in that first session. Do not actually have a time for Darren Pittman, who was out there as well. Cam Smith did not make the call for that hot lap session either in car number 17, as we now roll session number 2.
The most decorated driver in Skagit Speedway history starts on the pole for our second qualifier, the Shaylon Motorsports car from Burlington, Washington. Carmart USA, Blue Kelp Car Wash, Triple X, and Lula's Espresso sponsor the 18 of Jason Solwald.
And coming off at turn number 4 now from Fresno, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brand Professional Agriculture, Cambridge, number 7 BC, that's Hot Sauce, Giovanni Scelzi. Giovanni Scelzi in the 7 BC.
From Burlington, Washington, A-Main starter last night in the Winged Out Driving Experience Speed Mark Shark Racing Engines Race Redeem Foundation 26F, it's Eric Fisher. Fisher's the 26F.
Coming across the flag stand now from Redding, California. That's the MitryConstruction.com, Shasta Realty Group, Shark Engine, Steve Manning Construction. Number 2XM, the driver is Max Mitry. Max Mitry in the 2XM.
One of our locals from Arlington, Washington, driving the Pacific Performance Coatings, Shark Racing Engines, Grinders Automotive, Triple X Race Components, number 21 of Jesse Schlattfeld. Schlattfeld the 21.
And pacing behind him was supposed to be in the first session here tonight, but makes it out for session number 2 from Mill Creek, Washington. In the Smith Adrian Motorsports QuickTime Espresso, Linden's Restoration, number 17, Cam Smith. Cam Smith in the 17.
The quickest chicken out of Waco, Texas, the All-Ball, your alternative. Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Trex Decking, number 9 of Chase Randall. Randall, the 9 car.
And the other number 9 rolls into turn 1 now from Cedro Woolley, Washington, in the Otis Concrete Tack Testing and Services All-Terrain Construction Skagit Ready Mix. Number 9G, it's Greg Otis. Greg Otis in the 9G.
One more driver joining the fray out of Santa Rosa, California. The High Plains Building Division, Velocity Engineering Dirt Dudes. All about fire protection, number 19 of Joel Myers Jr. Score was the 19JR, Joel Myers Jr.
So those are the drivers that represent qualifier number 2 later on in the program. Cam Smith, we mentioned that he is in qualifier number 1, but did not make it out for that first session, so he will take part in this session to get a couple of hot laps.
Little forgiveness given on that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
No big deal.
We'll let it slide. As they get up to speed now, we'll see if anybody can top the time by Landon Brooks. That time is 12 seconds, .101. As you're looking at Giovanni Sells, been a little bit of a tough weekend here at Skagit for Gio.
Been a couple of years since Giovanni went back to Skagit Speedway, so some roughs to shake off on a track that a lot of drivers don't adapt quickly to. We got a tricky place here at Skagit.
No doubt about that. Jesse Schlotfeld will go to the top of the board. First driver into the 11-second bracket at 11.839. Jason Solwald will join him at 11.891, with Cam Smith sitting in third. As they say, that Max Mitri goes up to the second spot.
Mitri has had a really good California swing here with Kubota High Limit Racing, and looking to capitalize on that tonight as he's got an outside row one starting spot for that second qualifier.
And if he can get the win, he'll be in the dash here this evening. The checkered flag has fallen, and it looks like Jesse Schlotfeld will remain at the top of the speed charts so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. The number 21S turns in a lap time of 11.701 seconds. Jason Solwald, P2 at 11.772. Giovanni Selzy, third quick at 11.805. Then Max Mitri in fourth at 11.889. And Cam Smith in car 17, his lap time 11.981, good enough for P5 on the speed charts. Joel Myers, Landon Brooks, Corey Eliason, Chase Randall, and Justin Youngquist, the top 10.
Don't discount the ability of that 18 car here tonight, and especially if Jason can get into the dash. He is a National Touring Series winner here at Skagit Speedway, as is that car. We're in one of the all-time great upsets in the history of Wing 410 racing, when Travis Jacobson beat the field 11 years ago this weekend, 12 years ago this weekend. Thereabout. It's quite the weekend. We'll see what the 18 car has up its sleeve.
He will roll from the pole in heat race number 2, make that qualifier number 2. Qualifier number 3 drivers now rolling onto the track for their first practice session of the night. Out of Langley, British Columbia, Canada, in the Faber Racing Engines TM Anderson Law Firm, Gordy Surwald Racing, System 1 Pro Ignition, number F1, that is Levi Klatt. Levi Klatt in the F1.
A runner-up last night out of Cobble Hill, British Columbia, the Shark Engines, Grinders Automotive and Marine, Saratoga Motorsports Park, Malahat Auto Wrecking, number 21 of Robbie Price. Price the 21 second last night.
And third place on Thursday night rolls down the front stretch as well from Marysville, Washington. And the Highline Aviation, Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, L&J Enterprises, number 1C, Colton Heath. Colton Heath in the 1C.
Our hard charger on opening night from Aromas, California, the Fulton Brothers Trucking Power Plus STC American Table Bargain Bar, number 87 of Justin Sanders. Sanders in the RSR, number 87.
And behind him, rolling into turn number 2 now from Carnation, Washington, the Liuna Stillwater Construction, make that Stillwater Trucking, George Anderson Company, Kerrigan Enterprises, Looker Enterprises, number 29K, it's Levi Kuntz. Levi Kuntz in the 29K.
Out of corner number 2, driving the car out of Ferndale, Washington, the farm car, Everson Auction, DeBoer & Sons Farming, Dykstra Farms, for the 7O of Colin Mackey. Mackey is the 7O.
And just behind him, rolling down the backstretch now, a full-time high roller from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, in the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Babs Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19, Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19.
Another high roller from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mosites Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42. It's Silence. Silence is the 42 car.
So those are the drivers making up qualifier number 3 later in the racing program. Out here in hot lap session number 3. Caleb will run one more full hot lap session with 8 or so drivers in it. Then after that 4th session, we'll bring out those 4 cars that are already locked into the dash, and they will get a couple laps at speed as well before they hit the racetrack. Remember, they won't be in a qualifier, so the first time they'll hit the track at competitive speed will be during that dash later on.
It'll be for a direct spot where they're starting in the A main event. They've got to get as much data as they can during that hot lap session, as you'll get a look at Robbie Price cruising around the high groove in the 21B after a good night last night.
Yeah, led some laps in the feature, ended up P2, his best career Highlander Racing result. He's the fastest driver so far in this group. As I say that, there goes Colton Heath to the top of the board at 11.678. Now Justin Sanders takes over the top spot at 11.581.
Look at Brent Marks coming out of the corner. Marks yet to eclipse his way into the top 5, but he was 8th the last time by. See if he can cut a decent lap here. Slower and not advancing as the driver is off the hammer, and checkered flag is the F1 of Levi Klatt facing the wrong direction.
Yep, that is in turn number 2. Klatt had just turned a time of 12.063, good enough for 10th on the speed charts, but that will conclude session number 3. Justin Sanders now the fastest driver overall at 11.581 seconds. Colton Heath in second at 11.678. Then Jesse Schlotfeld in third. Jason Solwald 4th, and 5th Giovanni Selzy. Max Mitry 6th, 7th Robbie Price, 8th Brent Marks, 9th Cam Smith, and 10th is the driver on your screen now of Levi Klatt. One more session of cars to roll onto the racetrack. Full sessions of cars, I should say.
Yep.
These will be the drivers in qualifier number 4. Those qualifiers later on will be 8 laps in distance. And as Caleb mentioned at the top of the show, the top 4 will move into tonight's 40-lap main event as the first car now rolls onto the track here in session number 4.
It was a birthday a couple of nights ago for the driver from Lemoore, California. It's the Keller Motorsports Monarch Ford, Dawson Malden Construction, Justice Brothers Crown Limousine 2K of Gage Garcia. Gage Garcia, the 2K.
And from Snohomish, Washington, in the Great Western Transport, James Bass Trucking and Nap Auto Parts of Snohomish, Pacific Performance Coatings number 91, Chase Getz. Chase Getz in the 91.
This is going to be a fun qualifier for a lot of reasons. This guy's part of it. Out of Northport, Florida, Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, Tar Heel Property Group, and Eastern Middle Science sponsor the Florida Man, Danny Sams III in the 24D.
And from Puyallup, Washington, in the TNC Concepts AL Driveline, Newland Bar Service, Fisher Racing Engines, number 55, Trey Starks. Trey Starks in the 55.
Down the front straightaway from Lewiston, Idaho, the Diamondback Shooting Range, Auto Body Super Center, Beck Sawmill 95R is Dan Reynolds. Dan Reynolds, the white and blue, 95R.
And there is Tyler Thompson on your screen now, driving the Jeff Needham-owned car number 13L, sponsored by Miles Sand and Gravel, Shembolt Construction, Pacific Coast Welding, and Pack Trucking. That's Tyler Thompson.
Well, the 55 car said, supersize me, and that's when we got the 55XL out of Fresno, California, the TNC Concepts AL Driveline, Newland Bar Service, Fisher Racing Engines 55XL. It's Dominic Selzy.
And the current series point leader by just 3 markers heading into tonight, in the defending series champion from Grass Valley, California, in the Nap Auto Parts, Brumos Collection, Durst Incorporated, Factory Cane, Swinomish Casino and Lodge, number 49, the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49.
Got a chance at our pre-race show, our Fan Fest earlier here at Skagit Speedway, to talk to both Brad, Dominic, and Trey. Talked a lot of big picture stuff with Brad, but with Trey and Dominic, they were focused, narrow vision, tonight only. And Dominic at one point in time said, you know, there's guys that are going to be out there racing with us tonight that are going for high roller championships, that have a lot of different irons and a lot of different fires. If I'm throwing a slide job, I'm throwing a slide job to make the $126,000 to win a main event, right?
Yeah.
Narrow, singularly focused, and they're not going to be afraid to pull the trigger tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. If I was in their position with a good race car, I would not be afraid to make a move on a guy that's a full-timer trying to get some points in that overall championship as we now go to green in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session at number 4. We'll see if anybody can top the time by Justin Sanders. That's an 11.581. As the times now come across the screen, Brad Sweet goes to second quick on the board at 11.601. Trey Starks right behind him, third quick, 11.657.
Sweet's going to be coming from the outside of row number 2 on this. So not only having a good race car, but getting a good start is going to be really important for Brad. top 4 finishers in the qualifier will walk into the A main tonight. He's going to look at Danny Sams III.
Tyler Thompson, the speed continues in that car after a third-place run last night. He goes up to P6 at 11.772. But the fastest driver in that group and second quick overall, the 49 of Brad Sweet, 11.601 seconds. With one more group left to roll onto the track, Justin Sanders still shows the way, 11.581. Then Sweet, Trey Starks at 11.657. Colton Heath in fourth at 11.678. And Jesse Schlottfelt, the top 5, 11.701. Tyler Thompson, Jason Solwall, Giovanni Selzy, Max Mitri, and Robbie Price are the top 10 fastest drivers in Dirt Draft Hot Laps tonight, with 4 more cars left to roll onto the speedway. There they are.
The big 4 coming into this one. They all kind of took a different path to end up getting there when you look at the way they got it done. But one thing is consistent about them, they all qualified pretty well.
They did. Dason Pursley, the fast qualifier on Thursday night. Tanner Thorson, the fast qualifier on Friday night. And the guy that's won both Thursday and Friday night heading into this weekend rolls on to the speedway. It's the defending Skagit Nationals champion out of St. Helena, California, the Red Wine Express. Rico Aber, Kerbag Engineering Racing, ArcZone.com, Spankins Motorsports, number 24, Rico Abro. Rico Abro in the 24.
Been an eye-opening weekend for this young man out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma. Driving the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Juniata Concrete, number 13, it's Dason Pursley. Dason Pursley, the Buick Motorsports, number 13.
And also on the track from Monrovia, Indiana, in the Skagit Speedway, Race Redeem Foundation, Ford Performance, Hager Realty, AL Driveline, number 26, Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26.
Our 4th and final car, hunting for his first Kubota High Limit Racing win. What a night it would be if he can get it. He's from Minden, Nevada, driving the JST Motorsports, the Ritual, Smith Tie, Factory Cane, Maximo Racing Oils, number 88. That's Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson, the Rod Gross Motorsports, number 88.
Remember, these drivers will not be in a qualifier here tonight. They are already locked in due to having 2 very good nights on their prelims, earned them enough points to end up in those top 4 positions. And so they cannot start worse than 4th in the dash. And that means they can't start worse than 8th in the feature later on as well. As Peck now comes up to speed, we'll see if any of these guys can jump into the top 10. We know Pursley has been fast when it comes to single car speed. Rico goes to 4th quick at 11.666.
Dason's been buried all weekend long, and I think one of the big differences, he's ended up second in points, is that Abru's car is so good in getting through the field, taking advantage of starts and restarts, where personally some work on the car in dirty air might be necessary, but again, clean air, Dason has been lightning quick.
All these drivers inside the top 10 with the exception of Tanner Thorson, as Rico overtakes Pursley for that 3rd position on the speed charts at 11.615. Pursley at 11.628. As the checkered flag is displayed, and that is going to do it tonight for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. The fastest driver overall in car number 87, Justin Sanders. Brad Sweet second at 11.601. Rico Aber in third, 11.615. Dason Pursley in fourth, 11.628. And Trey Starks fifth, 11.657. Colton Heath, Jesse Schlottfelt, Justin Peck, Tyler Thompson, and Jason Solwald, your top 10 fastest tonight in practice.
Kind of a unique look here, as coming off the racetrack in turn number 1, the drone kind of hovered down underneath. You can see the exit road that those drivers end up taking.
The drone has been one of the best things that's ever came to live broadcast, without question. It is just an incredible, it's an incredible piece to have back in the trailer. And we appreciate all of our drone pilots throughout the last 2 years with FloRacing and Kubota High Limit Racing. Been absolutely fantastic getting some of the views that we've been able to get the last couple of years. Well, we've got opening ceremonies set for 6:45, about 13 minutes away from now. And so we'll take a break here on Flo. When we come back, it's opening ceremonies time here on the final night of the Skagit Nationals.
I'm Cy Lynch. Be sure to watch Kubota High Limit Racing on FloRacing.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
400 race cars.
Laps to go. Corner number 4 at the line. Brandon over.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. We are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech and Bravo Sprint Car Trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes and Sprint Car Trailers than we do. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer, trust the people that are in the pits with you and that support the sport.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
Since their 2001 inception, DMI Racing Components have changed the game. From open-wheel suspension, steering, and driveline components to their line of Bulldog quick change rears, they set the new standard for innovation, performance, and value. DMI and Bulldog products are backed by the best customer support in the industry with more than 150 years of race-winning experience. Let our experience help guide you to victory lane. We race, you race. Let's race together.
West Coast, are you ready? This is Wedge high-performance carts. Born out here, built by hand, powered to dominate. Made in the USA and packed with raw horsepower, razor-sharp handling, and head-turning attitude. We're teaming up with High Limit Racing on the West Coast Swing, and we're bringing the heat. First 20 orders get a free tire and wheel package. Lock it in now. Find us at the track or hit wedgecarts.com. Let's go full throttle.
FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
Is it all a fever dream? I'm burning gasoline. And the Rico goes back to the high side. Get to the lead. To the turn now. Look to the inside of turn 1.
Ingrid to the outside. Major contact.
Save your lunch money for.
Welcome to the High Limit Room.
My first car was, I don't know the year of it, but it wasn't new. It was like a maroon Nissan Pathfinder, manual transmission. I remember like if I turned too far, it would blow the power steering line off. So I had to make sure not to blow the power steering line off, so I didn't ever turn too far. But I didn't have it very long. I don't remember because there was like a cash for clunkers, you know, kind of promo going on. So my parents traded it in and got themselves a new car, and then I got the other hand-me-down, which was a Camry.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
For nearly half a century, Power Plus has been delivering industrial-grade power solutions to businesses all across America. Whether your job site is in a remote location or you have a critical infrastructure site requiring absolute reliability, we have the expertise, passion, and commitment to keep you plugged in so you can keep building, communicating, protecting, and improving lives. We're Power Plus, and across this great nation, our people have dedicated themselves to providing you power when you need it, where you need it.
About 5 minutes away from getting underway with opening ceremonies here at the Skagit Speedway on the finale night of the Skagit Nationals, paying $126,000 to the winner, the highest paying race in Kubota high limit racing history. Now, the last 2 nights have been all about Rico Abreu. He's won both of the prelims, but a kid that has been right there with him. He was second overall in the event point standings after 2 nights of action in his Skagit Speedway debut, mind you, and he's a Race Routine Foundation Rookie of the Year contender is Dason Pursley in the Tom Book number 13. It's been a fantastic week for him so far, and last night after another top 10 run, he was able to catch up with Brian Walker in this session of After the Checkers.
After the Checkers, night 2 of the Skagit Nationals wrapped up. This guy, Dason Pursley's locked in for $126,000 tomorrow. Second in points behind some dude, Rico Abreu, hasn't made much news this weekend. This is your first weekend here at Skagit. You're a kid from Oklahoma. Have you ever been to Washington before this week?
Never been to Washington at all.
Okay, there we go. So you're brand new to the area, brand new to the track. What about this place has made it so you can pick it up so fast?
I would say just the track size, really. I don't know, just kind of fits my style naturally, I feel like. And then I feel like the 13 car just rolls around these size racetracks really good. So, you know, anytime you have a good race car, it just makes my job a lot easier. And then, like I said, I just think coming from the non-wing style of background, that getting up on the wheel and hammer down like we've seen kind of the last 2 nights is just something that falls into my category a little bit easier.
Let's get straight to what everybody, I think, in the country is asking.
Everybody wants to know, Pursley rocks!
How do you beat Rico Abreu?
I don't know. I don't know how you beat Rico here. I mean, he won it last year, I guess dominated it last year from the videos that I've seen, and then it looks like he's doing the same this year. So hopefully I start ahead of him and then keep him, I guess, behind me. But I guess we'll let the pill draw or the spin the wheel decide that.
He's been really good at spinning the wheel, too. You need to figure that out before him. You can still land the pole. He can fall back. Yeah. You can start ahead of him. Sean Strasbaugh's not here, right? What has this process been like? He broke his collarbone, I believe, at Tulare. What has this process been like the last 2 weeks with you and your guys?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we have stuff like Flo at this day and age that allow him to kind of still watch. And I guess the only time that he really gets to watch is qualifying. And Sean just does a great job over the phone. Fortunately, I've done this kind of a lot through my career. I don't know if that's good or bad about being crew chiefed over the phone and everything, but yeah, he does a good job over the phone and stuff. And there's so much technology and everything that allows us to do that. And then we have really good people like Woody came a couple of weeks ago, or the little swing that Sean couldn't do and done, and then we have Randy West here helping us make some calls and stuff as well too. So just a lot of knowledgeable people, I feel like, that will help us in circumstances that we don't want to be in, and it just goes a long way to still be out here and can compete, and then let alone be fast while we're doing it.
How rewarding does it feel to know that it's your first full year racing a wing sprint car and you come out to a track you've never seen, a crown jewel event, really? There's so many good cars here from all the West Coast, $126,000 to win tomorrow, and you're a factor in it. Like, you're one of the, you should be on the podium, really. Like, if we're just going off paper, how good does that make you feel in your first year racing a wing sprint car?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just try to be a successful race car driver, or want to be a successful race car driver. So the things that I've done, I feel like in my career, I kind of just put to side, just because I feel like I'm in a whole discipline of racing now, and something that I have to learn. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be coming out here in a rookie, and then it feels good to be in a really good race car to make my job a lot easier with Buick Motorsports and all of their partners that allow me to come out here and do this. It's just fun, to say the least. Like, when you lay your head down at night, like, you're just super thankful for the opportunity, and you're just having a lot of fun doing it in the learning process, and that's something that I've tried to fall in love to, is just the learning process of beating up and down the road with people that you don't know, and then learning about everyone is something that's really joyful and fun right now. And then when you have a little success doing it, it also makes it a lot more fun as well. So yeah, Crown Jewel event, never been here before, first time at the racetrack, and I feel like you said, we have something to compete. We just need to start up front and then hopefully stay ahead of that 24 car.
Yep, 40 laps tomorrow. Jason Persley's going for $126,000.
Tonight's event is more than just a race. It's a mission to fight addiction. Started by Kevin Rudeen after he tragically lost his son Race to a fentanyl overdose in 2016, the Race Rudeen Foundation is empowering communities to fight addiction with the hope that others don't have to experience the pain that the Rudeen family went through when they lost Race. To learn more about the foundation, visit racerudeen.org. That's RAYCERUDEEN.org. Look at that crowd, Caleb Hart. We knew there was going to be a lot of people here tonight, and they are packing them in here at Skagit Speedway this weekend.
Your one-liner about having the grandstands packed is absolutely 100% accurate. And again, to those out there who saw the shots on Thursday night, our capacity is 10,300 people here at Skagit Speedway, and it's a healthy gate tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of them like to sit on this area of the speedway, it seems like, right?
And you know, it's almost Australia-esque in that regard, right? Where you've got the track dug in, you got the green grass with the people all out and around. It's just a beautiful, scenic, picturesque view, kind of similar to what you get to experience when High Limit goes international.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that later on this year in December. We're talking to Kevin Rudeen during that little break with Jason Persley. He mentioned he was talking to somebody today that flew all the way here from Hawaii just to check out the Skagit Speedway. And so that is what FloRacing is so good for. I'm sure there's a ton of people watching tonight on Flo. They're like, man, I've got to get out there to Skagit and check it out. We hope to see you here next year. But before then, we've got to get to some racing here tonight and opening ceremonies. So for that, let's go downstairs to Tony Laporta.
Thanks very much, Chase. We are down here on the inside of the front straightaway getting ready to kick things off. And man, I hope it shows through on FloRacing. The crowd we've got here tonight from the middle of turns 3 and 4 all the way down to turn number 1. Skagit Speedway, you look beautiful. Are you guys ready to have some fun tonight? Great looking crowd here, as it has been all weekend. Before we get into opening ceremonies, get to talk to some fun people who are joining us down here. Josh Stagg with Wedge Karts, you've got a guest with you tonight. Come on up here with me. Josh has got Justin Peck behind the wheel of the Wedge Karts to drive the American flag around during the anthem for the final time here on the West Coast Swing. Josh, thanks a bunch for teaming up with High Limit. I hope it's been as enjoyable for you as it has been.
With the High Limit Series, a premier, great series. This facility, it's my second trip this year to Skagit Speedway, Dirt Cup plus this. It's a fabulous speedway. You fans are absolutely wonderful. Thanks for inviting the Wedge family into your home.
And now I got to drive one of these Wedge Karts a couple of weeks ago back in Chico, California. You got Justin Peck driving the Skagit Speedway Race Rudeen Foundation number 26. He's going to take the kart around for the final time. If folks want to learn more about the Wedge High Performance Kart brand, maybe think about purchasing 1, 2, or even 3, where do they go to learn more?
Come to the website, Wedge Karts with a K, no E, .com. There's a sign up for Flow 20% discount for a couple of more days. Take delivery by September 30th. Thanks again for welcoming us into your house.
Thanks so much, Josh. Been great working with you on this West Coast. Again, that's WEDG Karts. Now, let's talk to a man who makes this place, this race, and so much more in the world of North American sprint car racing possible. Skagit Speedway, I hope you will give a very warm welcome to track the one, the only, Kevin Rudeen. Joined Monica. Guys, thank you so much, not just for coming down here and being with us right here, right now, but for making this weekend possible. You both are major allies to the sport of sprint car racing. You field a team that runs full-time with Kubota High Limit. You do fun stuff like the bowling tournament back on Wednesday night. Kevin, This is just a work of passion for you, is it not? This sport means so much to you. What kind of fulfillment, what kind of joy do you get from seeing this place packed with a race this important?
Well, first of all, yes, it's amazing, and I'm so excited about it. It's a whole team that puts it together, so thank everybody. There's too many names to list, but yes, it's awesome to see everybody here, and I'm just totally convinced that this is the best racing in the country, is 410 sprint car racing.
Now, Monica, you had that bowlers tournament going on Wednesday night. That was so much fun. That's the kind of stuff you guys do here in Skagit, isn't it? Is put on events for the racers, the teams, and their families. That was so much fun. Did you hear a lot of positive response on that event?
Yes, I hope you had fun as well. I didn't win, but I tried.
I didn't win either.
Yeah, but I think everyone had a lot of fun, and we had fun too. And we're going to do it next year.
That's great to hear. We're very grateful for you guys making that possible. And then, Kevin, $126,000, the richest race in Kubota high limit racing history. How hard was it to bring this all together to make this possible? And again, all that work being put into it, the sense of reward to you must be so great.
It is great, and it's because of some amazing partners like Angels of the Wind and all the sponsors, all the banners around the track, you know, Flo, everybody that contributes to the program and gets it out there. We're just really fortunate, and thank raceredeem.org. And yeah, it's again a great group of people running that, and thankful for them. And I think we're getting our message out.
Well, Kevin Rudeen, Monica Rudeen, we are thankful for you guys. Hey, find somewhere comfortable. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun racing, okay?
It's going to be a blast. Have fun, everybody.
How about it one more time, folks, for Kevin and Monica Rudeen, along with John Hager and Blake Anderson and everybody at this amazing facility. Those two people right there put in a whole lot of work to make this place and this race so very special. We want to say a massive thank you to them for everything they do. We're getting ready to go here as things are lined up down in the infield. Opening ceremony is getting closer and closer to starting. Justin Peck is in the Wedge High Performance Cart. We've got another minute or two here before our special opening ceremonies act is ready to go. So let's see if we can talk to Justin Peck, interview with the helmet on, one of my favorite things to do. All right, are you ready for the power this thing's going to deliver? And are you going to get an extra look at the track? Is this just more seat time for you that everybody else isn't getting?
You know, right now I'm just I'm focused on going out here and setting the track record with this thing. So we're just going to go out here and burn some laps and have a good one.
Okay, and I know you grew up racing all kinds of different vehicles. A flat cart like this for oval dirt track racing. Did you ever have any experience driving something like this?
No, I did not. You know, I started in quarter midgets and then went up into the micros, midgets, and now sprint cars. My dad ran dirt go-karts though, so it's in my blood. It should be good.
And then you've got the Skagit Speedway, the Race Rudeen logos all over your race car. You guys hauled all the way up here from Central California, where we started. You call Central Indiana home these days. Just talk about the event and how much fun you and Alex and Tyler Tessmaker and the whole team have had since getting up here to your team's home racetrack.
Yeah, you know, this is, I was looking forward to coming back here. Last year for the High Limit Show was my first time out here at Skagit Speedway, and then obviously came back for Dirt Cup and now. So it's something that, you know, we put on our calendars and circled it. Like, you know, we got to show up and do good. And, you know, just hope we put on a good showing, man. Hopefully we put on a good race for the fans. Looking forward to representing the Rudeen name and representing Skagit Speedway.
All right, how about a big round of applause for Race Rudeen Foundation driver Justin Peck. He is geared up and ready to take this Kubota High Limit Racing branded Wedge High Performance Cart out around the track here at the Skagit Speedway. We're getting closer and closer to opening ceremonies beginning for this $126,000 to win a main event. Drivers and teams back in the work area, or in the pit area rather, getting the last touches put on their machines before they take out onto the track. Just 4 qualifiers. If you're not one of the top 4 drivers locked into tonight, you only have so much time in those qualifiers to get things ready. The pressure is on. Let's begin opening ceremonies at this time. We ask all of you here in attendance with us to rise if you are able, as we welcome from Racers for Christ to lead us in tonight's invocation, Miss Lori Cutter.
Thank you for joining me for a blessing. Father God, may your presence be felt tonight to the final night of the Kubota High Limit Skagit Nationals. With gratitude, we gather as competitors, staff, and fans to watch these drivers courageously do battle. We pray for your divine protection, Lord. We entrust their journey, every turn, every lap, to your loving guidance. Regardless of their results, let them walk away proud and then give them all the glory. Lord, we thank you for the long hours and the staff and the volunteers here at Skagit that have put in to make this such a beautiful facility and a wonderful event. May you continue to bless the Rudine family and their partners and all they do to continue to elevate our sport of sprint car racing. Let us not forget our military actively serving to protect our nation and to bless our veterans. We would not be gathered here, Lord, if they had not given their all to keep our nation free. We ask your protection over our first responders as well. I ask that you meet their every need. Father, may you continue to bless our fans, both here and those turning into Flow. May our race fans continue to lift up our drivers, cheering for them and encouraging them, even through their struggles, race after race. Keep everyone safe tonight as they travel home or wherever their destination goes. We ask these in your precious name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Lori. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing as we welcome from right here at Skagit Speedway as they perform the Canadian National Anthem. Please welcome Randy Pratt and David Waldee.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
At the Skagit Speedway at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the Jumbotron above the back straightaway. We want to thank our friends at Skydive Snohomish for joining us here tonight as they present our nation's colors during the performance of our American National Anthem. You can learn more by visiting Skydive Snohomish on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, help us as we honor America once again with the live performance of tonight's National Anthem. Please welcome back Randy Pratt and David Waldee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
a Skagit Speedway. How about it one more time for Randy Pratt and David Waldy? Skydive Snohomish divers coming in with our nation's colors. How about a big round of applause for the Skydivers, Skagit? Well, we've got Justin Peck behind the wheel of the Wedge High Performance cart. He's going to take him around one more time here. They can still hear you, Skagit. Justin Peck behind the wheel of the Wedge High Performance cart. Skydive Snohomish coming in. Here he comes, Skagit Speedway, one more time. Let's say thank you to Skydive Snohomish. What do you say, Skagit? Are you ready to go racing? One more time, Skagit, are you ready to go sprint car racing? Well, that's it. Opening ceremonies are concluded. $126,000 are on the line. It's just the richest paying race day in Kubota High Limit Racing. Skagit, one more time, talk to me. Are you ready? Chase Rodman, Caleb Hart, we're having a lot of fun down here, but it's about to get very, very serious.
It certainly is, Tony, and I think that they are ready. This absolutely jam-packed house. People are itching and raring to go racing here tonight as they begin to find their seats after a spectacular skydiving performance from the folks at Snohomish Skydive. Very good stuff there. Also great to see Justin Peck down there in the Wedge High Performance cart with the American flag trailing back behind as well. Before we get into our qualifiers tonight, though, as we do every single year here at the Skagit Nationals, we are going to talk about the Quarter Midget Association. Their racetrack is just outside of turn number 4. All those drivers ran their last race of the year earlier on today, and they will receive their awards for their championships today, here, right now, at the Skagit Speedway. Before we get into our qualifiers, a very, very cool moment for all of these kids to be able to do this right in front of a big, big crowd like this, and with obviously some of their heroes watching here tonight with the drivers of Kubota High Limit Racing. They're getting them all organized down there. It's a lot of kids. And so you can understand that sometimes a little bit hard to corral a bunch of kids like this, especially after they've been racing all day long. They're all juiced up and ready to go. They want to keep on racing, but tonight they're not going to do any more racing. They're going to get their trophies, and then they're going to hang out up in the grandstands and catch all of the action here for race number 35 of 2025 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Caleb Hart, he is down there on the front straightaway, and in just a moment he is going to introduce you to the award winners this year with the Quarter Midget Association of Skagit. As you can see down there, man, there are a lot of kids ready to receive their awards. Caleb Hart, sounds like you may be ready to go. We'll send it down to you.
Hey, Chase Rodman, thank you very much. As is our tradition here with the Skagit Quarter Midget Association, their season championships are now in the books, and prior to tonight's Skagit Nationals featuring Kubota High Limit Racing, we are going to honor the stars of tomorrow with their season championship trophies. The novice division is all participation trophies, so novice drivers, when you hear your name called, come on up, grab your trophy, get your picture taken, smile at the camera, and then walk on down to this end of the fence if you would, please. All right, novice division. When you hear your name, come on up and get your trophy. Kalihua Alicia. Paka Alicia. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you. Smile that way. Carter Campbell. Kyver Fluet. Go ahead. Thank you. Weston Hansen. Smile. Hudson Hoppy. Ashlyn Karenberg. Good job, bud. Smile. There you go. Cole Lampert. Ellie Leahy. Good job. Smile big. Colt Lupardis. All right, coming through. James Plug. There you go. Smile that way. Joey Ramone. Good job. Wiley Scolari. There. Oh, flag down. Ethan Scott. Emery Smith. Wyatt Stemmy. And Hudson Wilson. We move on to the Junior 120s. These are your participation awards for them. First up, Casey Buck. Chase Dunham. Wilder Gunderson. Ow. Connor King. Caden Powers. Dante Tilton. Austin Whitwer. And Aria Woolsey. Skagit Speedway, the next 3 drivers are your top 3 in points for the Junior 120. In 3rd place, Bishop Nichols. Oh, that's big and heavy. Maddox King. Right here in front of 2nd place. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, your champion for the Junior 120s, Vivian Mankey. One more time for your 120 division. All right, guys, come on down. Easy. You got this. Smart. Good job, guys. Your participation awards for the Senior 120s. Caleb Engel. Amelia Feely. Chris Johnston. Bryn Smith. Happy birthday. David Stoffaker. And Nash Warner. Now the next 3 drivers are your top 3 for the Senior 120. In 3rd place, Hunter Holden. Stand on 3rd. All the way down. There you go. In 2nd place, Kaysen Nunemaker. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion for the Senior 120s, Levi Edgar. The trophy is bigger than him. We have 1 division to go. All right, guys, good job. Careful on the dismount. To the left, 160 division. Participation awards for these 3. First, Preston Campbell. Ethan McFarland. Job, homie. And Nash Warner. Your top 3 in the 160s. In 3rd place, Landon Engel. In 2nd place, Hunter Holden. And Skagit Speedway, get loud, ladies and gentlemen, the 160 champion, Dalton Ellis. All right, stay. Kids, everybody in for 1 group shot. The Skagit Quarter Midget Racing Association runs roughly every other Saturday through April, through the summer. These are quite literally the stars of tomorrow, running just outside that little quarter midget track right over there. One big squeeze. Everybody, take a look at the crowd. Crowd, one more time, the Skagit Quarter Midget Racing Association. Chase Rodman, it's a bunch of fun down here. You got a bunch of rowdy kids in a packed grandstand tonight, ready for the Skagit Nationals and high limit racing.
Thank you very much, Caleb Hart. Very, very cool to see those kids get those trophies here tonight in front of this huge crowd and cheering them on the whole way. Awesome job. As Caleb mentioned, the stars of tomorrow racing here at the quarter midget track just outside of turn number 4 at the Skagit Speedway. Heat races, make that qualifiers are next on the race program. We'll have those for you and more after this break on FloRacing.
I'm Brad Sweet. You're watching Kubota High Limit Racing on FloRacing.
When it comes to magneto ignition performance, there's only one name that you can trust, and that's BR Motorsports Ignitioneering. Servicing the racing industry for over 30 years, our state of choose BR for all their ignition needs. To learn more, visit us at brpromag.com.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Brian lived a lifetime of moments in those 27 years. Through his death, the lives that are being saved because of that one decision has just been incredible. And that's all I wanted for Brian and I was more time. And through Brian's gift, here Dan gets to have that with his daughters. You know, as a dad, I was proud of that as much as I was of the racing accomplishments.
Be a hero. Save a life. Say yes to organ donation.
Rod End Supply is involved with a variety of motorsports as well as industrial applications with many different types of products. Since 1989, Rod End Supply has provided superior products priced competitively. Whether you're racing at the circle track or drag strip, rock climbing, or going off-road, Rod End Supply has an assortment of rod ends, radius rods, and specialty products to keep your equipment moving. Rod End Supply's experienced staff is ready and willing to help you with your needs. Their promise is to continue to provide a superior product with superior service so you can stay in front of the field no matter what it is. To learn more, go to rodendsupply.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FloRacing's live coverage of the final night of racing here in Alger, Washington at the Skagit Speedway for the Skagit Nationals with Kubota High Limit Racing. Nate, show it to him back at home. Look at this packed house of race fans as the first of our 4 qualifiers make their way onto the track. Skagit Speedway, the world is watching you right now. How about we talk to him one more time? Are you guys ready to go racing? From the middle of 3 through 4, down the front straightaway and into turn number 1, this place is slam-packed with sprint car racing's fans that have rocked the Northwest for so long, and tonight they're ready for the richest paying race in Kubota High Limit Racing history. Skagit Speedway, you know what time it is. Let's get ready to wrap up the High Limit Summer West Coast Swing. Let's go racing for $126,000, and let's go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing.
Never gon' slack. No, I'm never gon' slack. No, I'm never gon' slack. You know I gotta come back. Never gon' slack, never gon' slack.
First qualifier making its way around the racetrack now. It's going to be 8 laps in distance, and the top 4 finishers will move on to the A main with the qualifier winner being put into tonight's dash. This first heat race brought to you by the folks at TJ Forged Wheels. Here is the lineup. On the pole from Visalia, California, the Red Line Welding and Construction, Smith Titanium, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products. Number 45, it's Corey Eliason. And outside of him from Lubbock, Texas, in the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Green Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants. Number 5, it's Brenham Crouch.
From the inside, row number 2 out of Jacksonville, Oregon, the Shane DeWalt Trucking Legacy Builder Supply, Orville Tax, Sisters Meat and Smokehouse, AT&T of Tanner Holmes, and starting 4th from Burlington, Washington, in the Cascade Pizza, Step and Powder Coating, John Piazza Construction, DK Systems 95, Justin Youngquist.
Your 5th starter is from Yuba City, California. He drives the Lippert Construction, Danny Wirt Sales, Cloud Valve Company, Vinyltech, ADS, number 21, L. Landon Brooks, and starting outside of him, from Owasso, Oklahoma, the Burco Redwood, Trex Decking, Warehouser, Two Worlds Equestrian, Sander Engineering, number 14, Darren Pittman.
7th starter from Roseburg, Oregon, Tom White Trucking, Robustelli Construction, Hard Rock Tops, Nutter Performance, 27 of Camden Robustelli. And from Mill Creek, Washington, the Smith Adrian Motorsports Quick Time Espresso, Linden's Restoration, 17 of Cam Smith.
And your final starter from Kenai, Alaska, the Highline Aviation, Alaska West Air, Champs Equipment Rental, Dalton Refrigeration, number 1M, Mike Brown. So 9 cars in qualifier number 1 presented by TJ Forged Wheels, and the top 4 finishers will move on to tonight's A main with the winner. That's the spot you want to watch for here in this one. That winner will be in tonight's FK Rodden's dash. Of course, the guys with the best seat in the house to start this one, Corey Eliason and Brenham Crouch. Crouch coming off of his first career Kubota High Limit Racing top 5 finish here last night. A 5th place result there, and so he's got some momentum on his side there, Caleb.
Crouch looked awfully good. He's had a good weekend coming up. We got one to a stop. That's your pole sitter, Corey Eliason.
May be a radio issue on Eliason as you see Kubota High Limit Racing official Trent Hetzer jumping in there to assist Eliason. It does look like, just from what we're seeing here, it does look like a radio problem potentially for Eliason.
In which case he would get his starting grid spot back, as that was almost near disaster for Corey in the 45 car.
That would have been a bad start to the night. We did want to mention this as well. TJ Forged, they only build forged aluminum wheels using proprietary tooling and exclusive manufacturing processes that clearly elevate their wheels above the competition. Product quality, product safety, and exceptional customer service is what they do. They lead where others follow. Don't settle for close enough. It's TJ Forged, as looks like the problem almost resolved on that number 45 machine. As if you aren't familiar, what we're talking about is he's not able to hear the race director.
Correct. All the drivers are armed with the Raceiver, or the direct communication with the race director systems. Raceiver is just one of the brand names that they will use amongst them, in which the race director will call out caution flags, help to get the lineup correct, and other various penalties, move-ups, whatever needs to be done. That is direct officials to driver contact only within the cockpit. It is one-way communication. Any driver found having two-way communication of any kind, or communication from anybody other than the race director, that is a very, very naughty thing, and they'll be penalized.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. If you are maybe seeing a sprint car race for the first time down at Skagit, these drivers don't have spotters. They don't have another way of talking to anybody else. The only way they can hear somebody is the race director. They are not able to talk back to the race director. As it looks like Eliason has gotten the issue resolved, and now he will slot in line inside of row number 1 in the prime position to grab himself a dash lock-in position here for the big $126,000 finale here tonight next to Brenham Crouch. Then you got Tanner Holmes and Justin Youngquist, Landon Brooks and Darren Pittman. Back behind, Camden Robustelli and Cam Smith. And the final starter, once again, is Mike Brown in the 1M. Lights go out on top of the pace truck. We're going green next time by. How about we listen into a song from the winner of the last 2 nights here at Skagit? It's a song from Rico Abruz. High roll. As we come to the green, it's going to be Corey Eliason jumping out with the race lead into turn number 1. Brenham Crouch in second. He's challenged down low by Tanner Holmes, but Crouch has momentum. He's got second down the backstretch and into turn 3.
Fourth is up for bid, the all-important final transfer spot. Darren Pittman, big bid to the inside of Justin Youngquist. Youngquist up high, Pittman down low, side by side for a second. Give it to Youngquist down the back chute.
Pittman tried to throw a slider into turns 1 and 2. That was denied by Youngquist. He goes back around the outside, maintains that 4th position, with the Trex decking number 14 still maintaining the pace of the Dines Racing number 95. Down the back straightaway, Justin Youngquist trying to qualify for a big feature here tonight that pays $3,000 to start. Pittman to the inside, takes it away in turn 4.
Youngquist got up into the marbles in turn number 4, lost forward drive. Pittman with the spot now, and a guaranteed A main start. Everybody behind him will stack into the B main event as Darren Pittman puts a pad between himself and Justin Youngquist.
We are halfway home in TJ Ford's qualifier number 1. It's all about that guy, the 45 of Corey Eliason. 3 laps to go this time by. He is 3 laps away from starting within the first 4 rows of the biggest paying race in high limit racing history.
A spot in the dash for Eliason is exactly what the doctor ordered. Crouch, Holmes, and Pittman right now looking for the lock-in spots. The next time around, Corey Eliason will see the white flag.
Justin Youngquist not able to get the rally cap on here and catch back up to Darren Pittman. That's still about an 8-car length gap between those two as you see it on your FloRacing screen. The white flag is in the air for the white number 45 of Corey Eliason as he rolls down the interstate batteries back straightaway, and off of turn number 4, Eliason is going to win TJ Ford's qualifier number 1. Brenham Crouch second, Tanner Holmes third, and 4th will be Darren Pittman. Your results from TJ Ford's qualifier number 1. Corey Eliason gets the win. He goes to the dash. Brenham Crouch, Tanner Holmes, and Darren Pittman, your 4 cars transferring into tonight's A main. Justin Youngquist, Landon Brooks, Cam Smith, Camden Robustelli, and Mike Brown will be the rest of the finishing order. They will head to tonight's Winter's Performance B main. Darren Pittman making the move on Justin Youngquist to secure a transfer spot. Tony, you'll talk to him about it.
6th to 4th in our first qualifier of the night. A few days ago, you joked about saying your friend Jason Myers needed to find someone who could qualify better. Qualifying doesn't matter, brother. You just raced into tonight's $126,000 to win a main event. What's the pressure like in the back of your head when you're right behind that 4th place last transfer car?
Yeah, I mean, pressure was big there because we were kind of buried in points, and so that was our best chance to get in. Our points were going to put us pretty far back in the B, so yeah, just glad to get it in the show. Hopefully we can keep tuning on this thing, and 40 laps is a long race. It's been a struggle, but we're not going to quit till it's over.
Hey, we're late, but happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
That's Darren Pittman racing from the outside to the inside. He's going for $126,000 later on tonight.
All right, thank you, Tony. Next qualifier is brought to you by DMI Racing Components, which are built with the precision of skilled machinists and the common sense of winning racers. Located in the heart of central Pennsylvania, you can find them participating in the sport they love every single week. You race, we race, let's race together. It's DMI Racing Components.
Your pole sitter for this one, the most decorated driver in Skagit Speedway history, drives the Shaylin Ray Motorsports, Car-Mart USA, Blue Cow Car Wash, Triple X Chassis, Lulu's Espresso 18. It's Jason Solwald. And to his outside, out of Redding, California, the MidTreeConstruction.com, Shasta Realty Group, Shark Racing Engine, Steve Manning Construction, number 2 XM of Max Mitri.
The third starter in this one is from Waco, Texas. He drives the all-ball-year alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Trex Decking number 9. It's the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. And starting in 4th, out of Arlington, Washington, in the Pacific Performance Coating, Shark Engines, Grinders Automotive, Triple X, number 21S, Jesse Schlockfelt.
Inside row number 3, from Burlington, Washington, the Wing Down Driving Experience, Speed Bart, Shark Racing Engines, Race Reading Foundation, number 26F, that's Eric Fisher. And to his outside, from Fresno, California, the NOS Energy Drinks, Meyer Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brand Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge 7BC Hot Sauce, Giovanni Selzy.
The 7th starter from Santa Rosa, California, the High Plains Building Division, Velocity Engineering, Dirt Dudes All About Fire Protection, number 19 Junior. It's Joel Myers Jr. And rolling off from 8th out of Cedro Woolley, Washington, in the Otis Concrete, Tack Testing and Services, All Terrain Construction, Skagit Ready Mix, number 9G, Greg Otis. 8 cars, 8 laps. It's DMI Racing Components qualifier number 2. Same rules apply from the first one. Top 4 will transfer to the feature. The winner will go to the dash. Here's another song coming in from Rico Abreu's High Roller playlist. A little more. As we go to the nice start on the outside for Max Mitri. He rolls into turn 1 side by side with Jason Solwald for the race lead, Caleb.
Solwald up to the cushion. Mitri almost
back behind.
We've got a mess behind them, but it's Giovanni Selzy trying to come through it along with Joel Myers Jr. Those two crossing and slicing for 4th as Gio with the slider through the corner.
Yeah, him and Chase Randall along with Joel Myers. They were 3 wide on an opening lap. It put Chase Randall in the middle, got hit by a tire, almost hit the wall in the backstretch. He still runs back in the 6th position and well in striking distance of that final transfer spot. The quickest chicken runs the top. Joel Myers off the bottom as it looks like Randall closes in slightly, rolling into the 3rd corner.
That's for position number 5, but it is still on the outside, looking in if they get there. Both of them to the top in turns 1 and 2 as Myers trying to get away from Randall and trying to set his sights on the rapidly getting into the distance, Gio Selzy.
Max Mitri sitting in the 3rd position. It's been a great West Coast swing with Kubota High Limit Racing for that number 2 XM car, and he is looking to punch his ticket into tonight's $3,000 to win, starting, or make that $3,000 to start feature event here at the Skagit Nationals. It's all about Jason Solwald up front. We heard him earlier on in the pre-race show with Tony Laporta. He looked pretty confident in that race car.
He can get the job done in the 18.
Oh, off the pace.
It's Mitri. Oh, commentators curse, rears up, and
big time
snatches the 2XM as he is off the pace and into the fluff in the 3rd corner.
Max Mitri, we saw a puff of smoke, and then he got into the wall. In that corner, you could see where he kind of wiped the mud off the wall a little bit to the right of your FloRacing screen here. But for those of you watching here at the racetrack, you can see where he did kind of kiss the wall down there. Here is a Flo replay. We'll see what happened to him, Caleb.
All right, so you're watching Mitri in the 2XM down the back straightaway.
Oh, didn't see that.
Yeah, punted the, B and batteries and the interstate batteries in the back straightaway.
So that makes sense. That was very similar to what Brad Sweet did in his heat race.
No work area time unless it's a flat, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so as long as that tire's inflated, he is not going to get a chance to fix this thing.
Yep. So Mitri, we were just talking about how great of a weekend it's been for him. He started outside the front row in this one, meaning he had about the 9th or 10th best points finish out of the 2 prelim nights. And it had been a very good weekend for him. We saw him in the dash at Douglas County as well on Monday night. And unfortunately for Max, he's going to get the tow back to the pit area. And he's got some work to do in that B main later on.
Yeah, what a get-out-of-jail-free card that's going to end up being for drivers running in and behind him. Joel Myers Jr. will assume the final transfer spot. Now, Chase Randall, rather than being 2 out, is 1 out. And it's going to be a huge restart for the 9 and the 19 junior.
Yeah, it certainly changes the dynamic there on that bump spot as Joel Myers, remember, he was upside down in his heat race on Thursday night, scratched for the rest of the night. You would think, well, with an event-based points format, it's going to be tough for him to make the show Saturday, but he is now in prime position to make that happen after going to a backup car on Friday.
Kept at her, kept digging, and now with a chance to lock into the $3,000 to start A main as we're green.
Jason Sowell back on the hammer. We'll see if Schlotfeld might have anything for him as they roll into turn 1. Good restart for Gio. He'll look underneath of Schlotfeld. Takes the second spot for a moment. Schlotfeld fights back to the outside, but Gio with a slider. Schlotfeld makes a mistake. Here comes Myers on the inside. All of a sudden, Schlotfeld's on the bubble.
It's a disastrous restart for Jesse. Yeah, he punts the wall, and then the final transfer goes to Randall.
Chase Randall, wow, taking advantage of a big restart there. Caleb, the issues for Max Mitry. Now the issues for Jesse Schlotfeld. This one falls right in the lap of the quickest chicken.
Checkered flag, and Randall gets it on the final lap. Wow. So Jesse Schlotfeld from the penthouse to the outhouse in just a couple of laps as Solwald's punched his ticket to the dash.
Yep, and going to the feature with him, Giovanni Scelzi, Joel Myers Jr., and Chase Randall, the final transfer car in qualifier number 2. Jesse Schlotfeld, Eric Fisher, Greg Otis, and Max Mitry will complete the field in that one. How about a 6th to 2nd run in that qualifier for Giovanni Scelzi? Got a couple lucky breaks, Tony, but sometimes in racing you got to be a little bit lucky as well.
Well, Chase Rodman just said it. How about that 6th to 2nd run for Giovanni Scelzi? Let's ask him. Gio, what do you think of that one? A little hectic out there on track for DMI qualifier number 2.
Yeah, I felt like I was driving like Ray Charles there a little bit, but I mean, Chase knew he had to get to the top there in the first corner. I kind of got to him. I knew he couldn't see me, and we banged wheels, and then kind of diamond off too, and was 3 wide, and we didn't make sure we were going to be in bad shape. So it worked out for us, and that's all that matters.
Driving like Ray Charles, brother. You hate to see it. That is Giovanni Scelzi. He is filling in for NOS Energy Drink and Clausen Marshall Racing, while Tyler Courtney is back home on the mend. You're going to hear a little bit more about Tyler Courtney as well as injured Kubota High Limit racer Aaron Reitzel when we get done with these qualifiers.
You certainly will, Tony. Thank you very much. Here is qualifier number 3 presented by BR Motorsports. When it comes to buying sprint car parts, there's only one place to shop, and that is BR Motorsports. With over 250,000 parts in stock, BR only sells the best parts by the best manufacturers like King Racing Products, MSD Ignition, Kaiser Wheels, and Triple X Chassis.
Your poll for this one out of Aromas, California, the Fulking Brothers Trucking Power Plus STC American Table Bargain Barn number 87. It's Nick Petruzzi's favorite driver, Justin Sanders. And to the outside from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs number 19 of Brent Marks.
Starting in 3rd from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, Canada, in the Shark Engines, Grinders Automotive and Marine, Saratoga Motorsports Park, Malahat Auto Wrecking number 21P, it's Robbie Price. And rolling off in 4th out of Marysville, Washington, the Highline Aviation, Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, L&J Enterprises, number 1C, Colton Heath.
Starting 5th out of Ferndale, Washington, the Everson Auction, DeBoer & Sons Farming, Dykstra Farms, the Farm Car, 7-0 of Colin Mackey, and to his outside from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mosaic Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Cody, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, 42 of Cy Lynch.
Starting 7th from Langley, British Columbia, Canada, the Fava Racing Engines, TM Anderson Law Firm, Gordy Sturwald Racing, System 1 Pro Ignition, number F1, it's Levi Klatt, and next to him, the other Levi, it's Levi Kuntz out of Carnation, Washington, and the Liuna, Stillwater Trucking, George Anderson Company, Kerrigan Enterprises, Looker Enterprises, number 29K. Lights out on top of the pace truck. Let's listen into another song off of Rico Abreu's High Roller playlist. Another one from Whiskey Myers. It's Lonely East Texas Night. 4, it's Sanders next to Marks as they come to the green flag. Sanders will get the jump into turn 1. Look at Colton. Big move to the inside. Gets by Brent Marks in turn 2.
Little slide job action in and through the corner. Marks turning it back down underneath him. They'll go wheel to wheel for just a blink of an eye. As Marks pulls back ahead, he will take 2nd. Every one of these spots, Chase, is worth about 4 positions in starting order in the A main as Marks and Heath digging at each other for position.
Not a good start in this one at all for Robbie Price. He started 3rd, is now challenged by Colin Mackey for the 6th position. Mackey looks inside, rolling into turn 1. Both drivers go to the cushion in that first corner. Back up in front of him, though, Cy Lynch had a tough starting spot in this one. He rolled off in P6, and now he's looking to the inside of Colton Heath for 3rd.
It is Lynch trying to march his way forward. It's the difference between starting 19th and 15th in tonight's A main event. If Lynch can get there, he'll look again to the bottom going into 3. Heath too strong up on the top right now, but Lynch right there.
Yeah, Cy Lynch definitely sizing up the number 1C of Colton Heath. He's turning the heat up on him as they roll off at turn number 2. Now Heath puts a little distance between himself and the Mercedes Motorsports number 42. Up front, it's all about Justin Sanders. He's gone past the halfway mark. 5 and 3 to go.
Sanders makes the dash. Anything can happen here, and especially if he can draw that 5 or 6 pill as Garcia's got half a straightaway on Marks, Heath, and Lynch. Best battle on the track is for third.
Yeah, good battle for third. It's a high-low battle in turns 3 and 4. Heath's been running the top, and Cy Lynch been digging down low for some grip. Pulls up next to Heath in the center of the corner, but momentum belongs to the 1C across the line. The white flag is out.
It's a nice little moisture strip in the middle through 3 and 4 if you can catch it with the right side tires. As coming to the checkered, Justin Sanders, put the dancing boots on as you're going to the dash. Second to Marks, third to Heath, and fourth to Lynch. They are A-main cars here tonight at Skagit Speedway.
So your results from qualifier number 3 presented by BR Motorsports. It's Justin Sanders going to tonight's dash with Brent Marks, Colton Heath, and Cy Lynch going straight to the A-main. Robbie Price, Levi Klatt, Colin Mackey, and Levi Kuntz will be the drivers heading to tonight's Winter's Performance B-main. As there is Justin Sanders, he represents the team that has make that 3 points out of the championship lead with Kubota High Limit Racing heading into tonight's action. But instead of him, we're going to talk to Cy Lynch with a solid 6th to 4th run and a guaranteed $3,000 check heading his way for that performance in that heat race, Tony.
Mercedes Lynch Motorsports driver Cy Lynch comes to a stop after going 6th to 4th. Again, a guy that was on the outside, knew that he had to race his way to the inside. You came up here for Dirt Cup. Things didn't go the way you wanted to, so let's not talk about it. Let's talk about that qualifier and the fact you're going racing for 126 large later tonight. What do you have to do to be in contention?
Yeah, truthfully, we weren't very good the past 3 days, and hats off to my guys for working super hard. We found something big there after hot laps, and big thanks to the 88 team for being a good team car and helping us get this race car a little bit better as well. So hats off to my guys. I think we finally have the speed that we should now, so we should be good.
Hey, tell Chad to get those really thick eyeglasses on and have a good look at this race car, because it's going racing later tonight in Kubota High Limit Racing's richest paying feature victory. Cy Lynch races his way in.
He certainly does, Tony. As we look at our final qualifier, it's presented by Rod & Supply. Rod & Supply, we have the unique opportunity to be involved in all sorts of industries, from auto racing and performance-related industries to farming and industrial markets. Rod & Supply has the assortment of rod ends, radius rods, bearings, and specialty products that will help you leave the field and perform at your maximum potential.
Tyler Thompson's on the pole. He is out of Harrisburg, Oregon. Miles Sand and Gravel, Shembolt Construction, Pacific Coast Welding, and Pack Trucking on the 13. To his outside, the Florida Man in the 24D. Sponsored by Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, NRC Truck Conversions, and Tar Heel Property Group, as well as Eastern Metal Signs. That's Danny Sams III.
And rolling off in the 3rd spot from Fresno, California, the TNC Concepts AL Driveline, Newland Bar Service, Fisher Racing Engines, number 55XL, it's Dominic Selzy. And starting 4th, the current series point leader from Grass Valley, California, the Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Durst Incorporated Factory Kane, Swinomish Casino and Lodge, number 49, it's Brad Sweet.
Row number 3 from Puyallup, Washington. It is the TNC Concepts AL Driveline Newland Bar Service, Fisher Racing Engines, number 55, Trey Starks. To his outside, driving the Killer Motorsports 2K from Lemoore, California, that's Gage Garcia. Monarch Ford, Dawson Malton Construction, Justice Brothers, and Crown Limousine.
And rolling 7th out of Snohomish, Washington, the Great Western Transport, James Bass Trucking, Napa Auto Parts of Snohomish, Pacific Performance Coatings, number 91, Chase Getz. And your final starter from Lewiston, Idaho, in the Diamondback Shooting Range, Auto Body Super Center, Beck Sawmill, number 95R, Dan Reynolds. It's qualifier number 4. It is presented to you by Rod & Supply. Tyler Thompson and Danny Sams III looking for a dash position if they can get the win. The green flag is out. Final qualifiers underway.
Final 4 cars to lock in and watch Team Starks as they're going to beat on each other if they have to. Sweet down to the bottom looking for the spot from Sams. Here comes Starks and Selzy, and in behind him with Garcia in tow.
Dominic Selzy pulls up next to Brad Sweet down the front stretch looking for that 3rd position. Now Selzy tries to float the middle, going to lose some ground to the Napa Auto Parts number 49. Selzy's got the 2K of Gage Garcia and his teammate Trey Starks right behind him as they come off of turn 4.
Down to the bottom goes Garcia looking for a position here on Dominic. Final transfer spot into the A-main event. Pulls up a little bit short through 2.
It gets very, very tight right there off that 2nd corner between the 2K and the 55XL. Dominic Selzy maintains that position. Now Trey, he'll see an opening, now an inside opening. Looking at the number 2K for 5th. They'll take it away in turn 2. Gage Garcia back to the inside down the back stretch.
Got that speed up, darted quickly to the inside when the door opened. Now up and around the outside. Starks has got 5th, and it is after his teammate Dominic Selzy to try to get it, but we're already halfway through this qualifier.
This time by 5 laps completed, 3 to go. go for Tyler Thompson tonight in that Jeff Needham-owned number 13L. The engine in that car owned by Brock Lemley. It's a puzzle piece that they put together earlier on this week, and so far it has been dynamite. He got a podium finish last night, his best of his Highlander racing career. Now he's looking to make the dash here on the finale.
And he has got a lot of space in between himself and one of the feel-good stories of this one, Danny Sams III sitting in position number 2. Sweet 3, Selzy 4 with the white flag out.
1 lap to go for Tyler Thompson as he's going to ride the cushion off of turn number 4. He'll be in tonight's dash with a Rod and Supply qualifier win. Danny Sams second, Brad Sweet third, and fourth will be Dominic Selzy. How about this team, this driver? An impressive performance all week long. Tyler Thompson is your qualifier winner. He'll go to the dash. Danny Sams in second. Brad Sweet third, and Dominic Selzy, the final transfer car, in fourth. Trey Starks, then Gage Garcia, Chase Getz, and Dan Reynolds will round out the field in the final qualifier of the night. And now we get to go downstairs and listen into Dominic Selzy. From this camera angle, it's now a 55 double XL, Tony, which is normally your shirt size.
He told me he'd be adding an X every single night of competition. What he didn't tell me was he'd be taking so much off the top with that sharp-looking haircut. You told me in the pits it was aerodynamic for qualifying. We didn't have any qualifying, but we did have a qualifier, and thanks to that, you're going racing later on tonight.
Yeah, you know, happy we're in the show, just not happy with the performance there. We were a little bit off. I felt like we were pretty good last night, just couldn't get through the field. And I mean, I'm telling you what, there was opportunity there. We just didn't capitalize. So we're in. Hopefully Trey can get in next, and hopefully we can trek through this thing.
Hey, treat this upcoming race like a buffet and attack it, okay? That is Dominic Selzy in the 55 XL or double XL, depending on which side of that race car you are looking at. Qualifiers are done and dusted. You guys heard Jason Solwald say it during the pre-race interview. These qualifying races would be like qualifying with how fast and wide open they were. I think he was right.
He certainly was. Tony got some good action throughout those qualifiers as well. We now know who 20 of the drivers will be in tonight's A main. We still have to find out who the final 4 are in tonight's Winners Performance B main. And after this break on Flow, we finally get to bust out the roulette redraw wheel here with Kubota Highlander Racing. Caleb, we have not seen it all week. We'll do that, and we'll find out who starts where in tonight's FK Rodden's Dash.
Should be a bunch of fun, as always some drama with the roulette wheel coming out.
Always.
Skagit Speedway gets to see that for the first time right here, coming up in just a little bit. We need, real quick, you in the grandstands, if you are the owner of a Chocolate Lab is named Ginny, and it is running free in the parking lot. So if you would like your dog to be with you at your trailer or car or whatever at the end of this race evening, you need to go fetch Ginny. She was down in the bowl last we saw. Again, Chocolate Lab named Ginny out and about. So if you guys could please